want to talk a little bit about cooking gear today. I brought up 3 different kits with me. I want to take a look at them, show you when I use them, and how I condensed them down to make them quite a bit lighter. And we're going to talk over which brands they are. Okay, I've got quite a bit of metal in my pack today. And yes, it was very heavy. Yep, that's it. Let's come over here, and I got a nice area set up for us to view these on. Alrighty then. We got my first one here, which will be the Coleman Max. Let's set it right here. This is by a Tech Sport. This is a mess kit. And then in the center, we'll put another one by a Tech Sport. And of course, I can't forget about my spork. Very important utensil. We're going to start out with the Coleman Max. It's a really great kit. It's lightweight and it's made for backpacking. I always keep mine stored in, of course, if you've watched my videos before, in a good old Crown Royal bag. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but no, I don't drink Crown Royal, believe it or not. Because in the little bag, I can keep the cylinder for it and a towel to separate the cylinder from the bottom of the kit. That way we don't have no accidents. And of course, several different different pots. I only carry 2 with me, but the kit itself, it comes with 4. And it comes in this great little nylon case here with the holes in it to help it ventilate and dry out. Pull that out. Now, I also use the Coleman Max stove. It's pretty much a matched kit. I'm actually surprised how long of a life the fuel cell is and how many meals I've actually got out of it. And the weight on it, it's not really that bad. I mean, I'm sure there's actually lighter stoves out there. But to be straight honest with you, I've never really had any problems with it. So since I don't have any problems, I'm just going to keep using it. Now, the whole kit itself condenses down about that size. Not very big, doesn't take much room up in the pack at all, which is not, not a big deal. But for weight issues, I like to separate it out a bit. So we're going to set these aside. Yep, got my backup matches in there. And this is the kit I actually use on when I actually can't make a fire. That way I have the stove with me or I want to eat real fast. And the neat thing about the Coleman Max cook kit is they put on the sides of each one of the pots the milliliters and how many ounces, how much water is to put on there, so it makes it a lot easier to measure it out. So it's a great little kit, lightweight, and really the only time I use it is when I'm carrying this and I'm not going to make a fire, because I really don't want to put this on an open flame because the soot will get on there and just make it dirty as heck and kind of mess it up. Now over here is a kit made by Tech Sport. It's a fairly large set and it's extremely heavy, and it comes in what I want to say is a crappy PCV cover, but I'm not too worried about that because I really didn't get it for the cover. But it is stainless steel and it condenses down quite nicely. Now this is not going to be a good backpacking setup because it's heavy and it is stainless. But let's take a real quick look at it. As you can see, it's got a little skillet in there and it packs on top of the big pot. And I must say, I really do like how the skillet is set up. Then inside the pot, you get another pot. So you've actually got 2 big pots. One, probably make a good stew out of that one there. And then, here's my favorite pot of all. Oh yeah, also comes with 2 little plastic cups, and they actually have measuring tabs on the inside. But let's set all that aside and talk about my favorite pot. This here is the one I use when I actually go out and use a fire. I've used this on my homemade stoves and over an open flame. For one, I like the stainless steel that's extremely durable, and see how well that's cleaned up, and I've been using this for, I want to say, about a year or so. Now the thing is about the stainless steel pot and using it over a fire is the handle tends to get a little warm, and I've actually burnt some of the plastic off of it, which is not a big deal because I wear gloves anyway. And one thing I do recommend, if you do use this pot or stainless steel or any kind of pot over an open flame, it gets a lot of soot buildup on them. And I always think it's kind of a really good idea to put it in a plastic bag and keep all the soot and the dirt off your pack and your gear. And also I tend to store stuff inside the pot itself so we don't have any wasted space. Now if we come and take a look, let's get some of this out of the way. At this is a really nice mess kit. It's a lot better than the one I had in my scouting days. And let's take a look on the inside of it. It's got the handle for the skillet, wraps over the top and holds it nicely taut. And as you can tell, it's definitely made out of stainless. And yes, I've never used it before because when I'm out in the woods, all I need is one pot to boil water and cook stew in, and then everything else goes, of course, over an open flame. It comes with a plate basically made for eating, or whatever you want to do with it. And it looks like it comes with a bonus thing as a leaf. It comes with another little cook pot you can boil water, and it is stainless. It's not high-grade stainless or anything. And the cup here, it comes with the little measuring marks on the inside of it too. So it's not a bad little kit or a mess kit, and it stores up quite nicely. Now I want to show you, if you notice, that the handle is spring-loaded. And there's a reason for that. That's just simply to keep it nice and taut when you put the top pan on there, or plate, or whatever you want to call it. Keep it all in its place. Let's set that over here. And we're going to get to my favorite piece of all. That's right, it's the spork. I love this thing. I don't know what it is, or maybe it's just the word spork, but I definitely love it. You got the spoon, the spork, and it's got a little cutting surface on here, but it doesn't work very good. But if I need to cut something up or open something or slice up some meat, knife does a great job at that. Oh, I'm forgetting something. What is... Oh, okay, my new recent purchase. I finally broke down and bought a GSI cup, and that is still in the pack. Let me grab that out of there for you real quick. Now the neat thing about the GSI cup is it goes right on the bottom of the Nalgene water bottle, which I found there's a problem with. If you set your water bottle on the ground in the sand or anywhere there's dirt, then you stash it away and forget about putting it on a GSI cup, a little bit later when you actually want to make a beverage in it, like tea, hot chocolate, or whatever you want to do, you better check it to make sure there's no dirt in there, because it's a little bit on the gritty side. Now, I'm going to lay out the pieces I actually use myself and just kind of explain to you why I use them and go over them with you real quick. So, come on over here. Let's see. Putting everything aside, the only pieces I really use is the Coleman Max Cook Kit. And that's for the hikes where I am not going to make a fire. That's for a quick meal. And my stainless steel pot. Yeah. Actually, this cool water looks really good. Hang on, I'm going to rehydrate this a little bit. Oh, that's nice. And my GSI cup. And of course, my lucky spork. So that's the gear I'll take with me all the time, or usually all the time. Of course, I alternate from the Coleman Max to the stainless steel Tech Sport pot, depending on what I'm going to be doing or what kind of trip I'm going to do, and if I'm going to use a flame or if I'm going to use both stove or flame. So, this has kind of been a look at my cooking setup I usually carry in my pack and some of the other products that come with it. If you have any questions or comments, or if I missed something, feel free to put that in the comment box. And as always, thanks for watching.